Lion still in the pack. There's a lot to say all of that. And go.
Put this shit in it. You can't put her finger in the trigger. It won't do right. That's bullshit.
Hey, welcome back, fellow collectors, to Braves Toy Review. This review is being made possible by Brandon Wake at the Chosen Prime. Hey, if you gotta get you some Transformers, you gotta scratch that itch, you need to go to the Chosen Prime. That's my source, man. We have the long-awaited Leonidas by Perfect Effect. And this figure is fantabulous. Yes, he's fantabulous. This guy is awesome, man. I was hoping that he would come out and he would be okay, and I could pass him because I don't collect Beast Wars. I don't like Beast Wars. You ask anybody in the street who know me and they'll tell you, hey, Brave don't do no Beast Wars, homie. I don't do Beast Wars. I can't stand it. I tried. Barry, Laura, I tried. I cannot get into it. Paul, I tried. I cannot get into it. I watched, to prepare for this review, I watched Beast Wars 2, the movie. Oh, no, let me correct that. I tried to watch Beast Wars 2, the movie. Like 10 minutes in, I turned that shit off, son. That shit is terrible. But the reality is, a lot of people actually like it. There's a huge enough following, obviously, that Perfect Effect would take up doing Leonidas. And when I say they did Leonidas, they motherfucking did the damn thing when it comes to Leonidas. This figure is so nasty. I mean, I'm talking about this figure is something like you've never seen before. Funky, fresh, freaking dope. You've never seen a Transformer like this. Never. I would love for anyone to hit me up in the comments, hit me up on Twitter at Braves Toy Review, hit me up on Instagram at Brave_new_world. That's NU new. Or hit me in the Facebook groups, Braves Toy Review on Facebook, and please tell me what figure, what third party, what Hasbro, what Takara, what Transformer you've seen come out with this kind of dopeness that isn't by Perfect Effect. Got him! I think it's played out. From head to toe, Leonidas boasts a level of detail and craftsmanship that has rarely been seen, if ever, in any other third party or official offering to date. And it sets him apart as a groundbreaking Transformer and collector's item. I can tell you firsthand, when I took him out of the packaging, I was literally afraid, intimidated by the level of artistry in this figure. I didn't know how to even go about messing with him. You know, you take a toy out, you want to mess with it, you want to throw it all around, but you get a piece of art and you want to marvel in it, and that is what you find yourself doing with this figure. It seems to take cues from anime style robots, the SH Figuarts, Figma, and PlayArts Kai style figures, in that he has multiple points of articulation, not a standard ab crunch as you would see on most figures. There's a ball joint and a hinge inside of there, and then this abdomen piece here is actually on a ball joint there, so you get all kinds of rotation there as well, right? and it also gets a little bit of lift, like a Dragon Ball, SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figure has. All right, so this piece goes into a ball joint that fits onto this piece here. This whole belt section and cod piece is kind of floating, right? And then you have the universal joints here. You guys will never know just how much filming I've done to prepare this video for you guys. So yeah, these pieces right here are on ball joints and hinges, and that is die cast, I do believe, or some very hard plastic. How about that? These pieces right here are not so scary. Hey, hey, hey! There's a bug right there. So these pieces right here are not so scary. This piece right here is very scary. Inside of there is his matrix. This piece feels scary, but it's still solid. This plastic is better than some of the best plastic I've seen on other stuff. And this is the scariest part of plastic on this whole figure. You got some really nice detail inside of here. Some nice paint apps inside of there. Ball joints here. You got a ball socket here. Look at that. You got a really tight bicep swivel there. You got elbow articulation on a die cast piece. You've got a articulated hands. You got articulated wrists. You got a hinge there. That's pretty cool. Yeah. You know, you have the head. Gets a little, now the head is kind of tight. Things you have the neck piece here with a cover inside of there that cut, so you have a nasty looking stem or something. You can see he has an Adam's apple. That's pretty cool. His head goes up and down, just a good bit of motion. He can look up, he can look down, and that face sculpt is so freaking clean. Woof. That's a monster right there. Now, you may not like his Chun-Li like quads here. Karate, karate, karate. But I love them. I think they're absolutely perfect. The chunky, beefy girdiness of them really makes them look that much stronger with such a thin and slim abdomen area. And this crotch piece here, karate. The box art is so freaking nasty. Okay, so you got this really dope image of Leonidas across the front, and you can see they've done some really nice paint blotching. I think it's probably done with a little bit of, oh yeah, obviously some photoshopping, yeah. But I'm gonna go so far as to say they did some vector work here with some Illustrator. I'm saying all that because I do a little bit of, oh, I do. Yeah, look how official that is. That's official. So yeah, and then you got like a little Leonidas joint down here with the perfect effect right here. It's got the little crest right there, so you know how official it is. On the side, you get some more beast muscle, and guess what? This is not just a normally strong figure. This figure has beast muscle. And then on the back, you got all these images of all this stuff that Leonidas comes with and does, because this is Leonidas. I was gonna be like, you know how like in 300 he was like, this is Sparta. I was attempting to do that, but it sucked though. So beast muscle. Down here, you got a little checklist of all the stuff that comes in the box. That's really nice. Speaking of which, display stand. Let's get to that display stand where you would do some displaying and standing. The display stand comes firmly packed in a plastic shell, right? That's the display stand. Kind of reminiscent of the Perfect Effect Warden stand. I think the Warden stand might be bigger. Actually, looking at my Warden stand side by side, you would not be able to tell them apart. So it's basically the same stand. These little slots there. What are those slots for? We all like slots. I like slots. You like slots? I like a dirty slot. PE symbol there, right? Is that their logo? Is that how their logo looks? I don't think so. This thing comes apart. I had already put it together. It's so firm. You fit it in a slot. Now here's the deal. Oof, good God, it's firm. This firm, tall stem here. Every stem doesn't fit in every slot, you know. So yeah, okay. I don't know why I do that kind of stuff. Beast muscle. So I noticed that one didn't fit too well, and I noticed that one didn't fit too well. There was one. If you stick your stem in enough slots, you'll find one that fits. So dig it. I'll take this and wow. All right, so that one fits. Now, would it fit in any more? Possibly. I mean, you know, stems aren't made for just one slot, depending on who you ask. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Under here, you have yet another slot. Hold on, let me get his feet up the way. You see that slot? And this is going to get kind of weird. All right, just go with me. Just go with me on this. You got a stem. Let's not think so much Oz prison rape scene as much as, you know, a trip to, you know, Banfield, PetSmart, to the to the veterinarian. So okay, so then that goes in there like that. All right. Now it's quite possible that I have that backwards and it doesn't go that way. Now you have him up on his stand doing a stand thing. Now this piece down here, I don't think you have to attach that. Okay, so that stem comes in two parts, right? All right, and that goes in here. Now you don't have to have this part in here. This part slides in, this part slides in, and this part slides in, making it a little bit shorter, whereas I guess his feet would actually touch the ground. So yeah, that is an option. Right, so with the use of the stand, now you can really get those poses in. I like doing the leg bends because, oh, it came off. These ball joints here, they do pop off relatively easy, but they pop back on relatively easy, so you don't have to worry about anything. So he can do this. Look at that. He's free flowing in the air. Dibby dibby dibby. I don't know, I think the stand kind of gets in the dang on way. Okay, so if you were looking for a fail on this figure, the stand would be the first place. Not because it's crap, but because it's stiff. Like, it's not like, you know, with the stands you get with a lot of other figures. Let's go Hot Toys. Let's go Play Arts Kai. Let's go Figma. Those stands are articulated in themselves, so you can do a lot more dynamic stuff. But with this stand, it just kind of just gets in the way. So, you know, what's the point? His ass cup came off on there. His ass cup. So it's really, while some collectors might find his overall design extremely stylized, I find it to be very pleasing and very refreshing. Use of die-cast balances off the weight of the lion crest here on his shoulder, as well as the rear portion of the mane. With near perfect weight distribution and articulated points in the feet, ankles, and toes, he can literally stand in any pose and get low to the ground with no problem. Perfect effect went so far as to give us perfect weapon storage. Perfect. Whereas we can store his swords here, his cannons. You can wrap his tail spear deal inside of here and everything. So they really went far. And if you want to, you can take this piece off and it becomes a bow type weapon. This thing here, I think, is a shield. I'm not quite sure about that. I've also seen guys remove the lion pieces. I'm not able to do that because my pieces hold really stiff. And while the stylized design of the head sculpt might turn some people away, I think it really credits the figure and makes him a standout amongst all of the Prime offerings. Some of the great applications consist of a sliding knee piece that allows you to cover up that knee gapping to give you an even better appearance in your pose. You've also got a rear piece here that is die cast. It has just enough give for you to see the die cast there where it's slotted and opens up here. You can see it move. You can transform him into the lion mode with all this crap on him, although it is a hell of a task and it's really fiddly because a lot of the stuff falls off. And I want to point that out while I got a chance to. Great figure, awesome accessories, but stuff does fall off. Now you could take a little bit of nail polish or future or something like that, put it on here, make that fit a little bit tighter, and that would be cool. It's not a big deal. It's not a big problem. Some of you guys who want to criticize and say, see, he's not perfect. He's not better than Takara. You can use that. And then some of you guys might not even care about that. Some of you guys might be like, hey, listen, man, there's no beef between Third Party and Takara. We're not saying that Third Party can't do as good a job as Takara. I just want to, you can use that if you want to, but I just want to point out that some of the stuff does fall off and it gets kind of irritating at times. Okay, so let's get this agile mother foe into his beast mode right quick. God, these swords aren't playing. Put your eye out with that, kid. Okay, so you know, I like to point out flaws because I'm a negative motherfucker. Big issues is, okay, the stand is a really great addition. Thank you very much, Perfect Effect, for adding that. The problem is it's not very dynamic. So while it can hold them pretty well standing up in most stiff poses, if you really want to get agile, you're going to lose that with that stand. His little butt cup is not going to stay on. Other issues that I found with the transformation, not so major, is the fact that this head doesn't really cover that lion piece. I really don't think that's cool at all. For you guys who don't like spoilers, lucky for you. Karate, karate, karate. And for those of you who do like the transformation, these parts here just pops through, all right? Rotate that. All right, make sure the hand is closed. Rotate that into place. And this head portion just kind of, I don't know, do what the hell you want to do with the head. These things here just kind of rotate up and out of the way. Or possibly they rotate down and out of the way. Those just kind of rotate up and to the front, folding that this way, folding that this way. And you'll see in a moment why I say that they could have did a better job with hiding that head. The knee portions here, you can slide this down or up, but you're going to bend it all the way back like that, slide that up and bend that all the way down, giving you some leg. And then you can bring that down and twist it that way. And already you can see the lion coming together, okay? So this is going to stay there. Now here's a tricky part. Here's the most intricate part of the whole transformation, and it's not very intricate at all. It's the mane. It can get really sloppy with so many articulated pieces in the mane or the back of the lion head, and it can get a little frustrating. All right, so check this out. See that gap? These are on soft ratchets. Bring it all the way down, take it all the way in, and that's about as good as you're going to get there, right? Bring it into place, and it should kind of set over the prime head if you can see it, just like that, all right? And by that I mean, you see how this is grooved like that? You just bring it down, okay? And kind of collapse it, and you're going to work it into place inside of there. And that's just basically how it's going to fit. Oh, don't worry about those chest pieces. They will scare the hell out you, but they're secure. Don't worry about it. I mean, they're not tabbed in anything, but they're strong. All right, so once that's inside of there, you kind of line it all up like that, right? All right, on the side, you have a slot and a peg. You have a slot and a peg. And you'll know if you're on the right track if that fits in without any issue. If it doesn't fit in without issue, then you're probably funked up, Holmes, and you gotta do it over again. Now, you can be like me if you're a bad mofo and just close it. The tabbing isn't the best, and it's just problematic. I mean, because really the biggest issue, and this is how the backup is going to look, and this is how you'll know if you're on the right track. You see that you have both of those ratchets sticking out. You have that like this. This is how the back of his head is going to look, all right? Now, when you turn him around from the front, you kind of just bring it down as much as you can. Now, here's a problem that I have because of the transformation. To me, it feels like the head is going to always be facing down if you want to cover up that prime head. But if you don't want to cover that prime head, then you got to kind of lean it forward, in which case that prime head is going to show. But I'd be a bold-faced lie if I said that you couldn't see that prime head, especially if you look under that body. And this is what I meant by saying if they could have found a way to cover that prime face better, it would have really been bad. It would have really been nice. The articulated pieces here in the mane allow you to cover it from the side somewhat. Now you can open that mouth and that covers it, but that's really janky, right? Isn't that janky? I think that's janky. Are you familiar with the term janky? That's from Atlanta. All of the main pieces, well, mostly all of the main pieces are articulated. So you've got articulation on this, articulation on that, articulation on here, articulation there, and that comes off all the time. Of course, you have an articulated mouth, so you can get his roar for breakfast. Some really beautiful detail inside of his mouth there, the vents on the face. The teeth are gorgeous. They really stand out. They're sharp, buddy. They are sharp. You can puncture something with that. Simba. I feel like singing the theme song to the Lion King. It's really a beautiful alt mode as far as the lion goes. This part kind of sucks a little bit because when it rotates around, you can see the emptiness in the back of that ball joint. I suppose you could probably rotate that up a little bit to get rid of that. I don't freaking know. I don't really waste my time with that because it's so dope in so many other places. And while we're looking at it, oh my gosh, look at all of that. All that design, all that paintwork, all that illness. It's really great. It's really great. I want to give full disclosure. I had shot all of this prior to this and for whatever reason lost it all. So I'm reshooting it. I really made some great points in that first video that you'll never ever get to see. Let me toot my own horn. So that's the lion mode and it's really great. Now, of course, the tail would fit inside of this thing here. Show you how kind of a bad boy I am. I'm gonna put it on while it's attached to him. I am so not a bad boy. I'm so not a bad boy. Okay, so what just happened is my tailpiece broke. It broke, shawty, it broke. But the cool thing about the tailpiece, now because I like to argue, let's make this point as a person that freaking hates third party. Let's just say that my name is Pete and I hate third party. At this point, I can say, oh, see, Brave, you're talking about how cool and how good it is, and it's better than the car, and it's so good. But look at this shit breaking off at the main, oh, God, yeah. And, you know, you be well within your rights. But, yeah, right. That shit looks dope, dude. That shit looks dope. I wouldn't care if it broke off 4 times because they gave you replacement pieces, so it's not a problem. Brave is going to capture a thought. Here we are next to the Feral Rex Lion. Hey, Feral Rex Lion. Razor Claw. I think his name was Razor Claw, right? Yeah. Now, at the time that Mastermind Creations, and nothing against Mastermind Creations because I am a true MMC fan. At the time that MMC released this, especially going against TFC and Unique Toys, he was thought of as the premier beast mode, lion mode, whatever. But man, holding him next to this Perfect Effect Leonidas beast mode, he doesn't hold a candle. Not only does he not hold a candle, he looks horrible next to him. He looks so, like every flaw that I never noticed on this guy before comes out. And I understand that this guy has the form and merge and all kinds of crap like that. But every single flaw that I have never noticed, from these gimpy little feet to these sucky little ball joints to the hollowness back here, all of that shows up when you stand it next to this. So, it really makes you think about where we are now in the third-party game and what Perfect Effect has accomplished with this piece. And I dare say this. I want to propose this thought to you. What if Perfect Effect got into the combiner game? What would that look like? And what combiner would you want to see them do? Ooh. I just blew your brains out. Karate! Here he is next to a Masterpiece Ravage Cat. Oh, cutie pie. These are all third-party, supposed Masterpiece style figures. You tell me, out of these 3 guys, who you would vote for as a true masterpiece. And here he is next to an equally heavily armed Mastermind Creations Feral Rex type of cat. Notice any similarities? No. Their stuff is great, man, and we see their work in the add-on kits and all of that good stuff. And we all say, I think most of us who collect third parties say, "Damn, man, why don't you guys put out more figures? Why don't you guys put out more figures? Why don't you guys put out more figures?" And here he is next to a Gold Lion Voltron Force Mighty Collector, still in the pack, and now form the head Black Lion type of cat. If it is that Perfect Effect takes all this extra time and the outcome is this, then by all means take all the time you need, because these figures are on a whole nother level. They have no competition. There are certain things you could ask for. You could ask for his head to be covered. You could ask for a bigger RC. You could ask for definitely a bigger Ford Max. But these figures are great, man. These figures are great, and I'm not sure. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I would love to see them go into a complete line and finish a complete line. What do you think? I don't know. I would really love to see that. Let's keep this thing going. And here he is next to a bag of Doritos. Cause fuck it, I'm hungry. So the question is, what do you do with a Leonidas, with a figure like Leonidas, if you're not a Beast Wars collector? You know what? I don't think it really even matters. The figure itself is so breathtaking that it really stands alone. You can put it on the shelf by itself, and it stands alone. In a way that we've never seen anything from anybody. And anyone who disagrees, feel free to challenge me on it. And I want to throw this out there. And you can disagree, you can hate me, you can say that I'm a third party lover. Damn dirty third party lover. You can say all that shit, right? These swords are die cast and they are a lot of fun. They're not gonna break. They're really heavy. You can slap somebody with this shit. Takara would be hard pressed to come up with something as good as Leonidas. Not to mention, or not even to say better. I don't think you could do anything better unless they were found a way to cover that face up. I give them that. You know what I'm saying? They can cover that face up, then they win. But if you want people to ask the question, can third party produce something better than Takara? I think Leonidas is the answer to that question. And here he is next to a Gold Lion Force Voltron Matty Collector Black Lion. I'll form the torso and head cat, who's still in the pack. Should I take him out? Probably so, but I'm not gonna. This is a masterpiece figure in the way that you have never seen a masterpiece figure. This is a third-party masterpiece figure. This is an official masterpiece figure. And MP10 has to be one of my most favorited masterpiece toys, let alone Transformers. That Transformer, this official, a licensed figure, does not hold a candle to what you get here. By no means. And I know it may not officially be a competition, but god damn it, it's a competition. Because we love doing that in the fandom. And if no one else likes doing it, I like stirring the pot. It's a competition. That doesn't compare to this. There is freaking diecast all throughout this. So if masterpiece is dictated by the use of diecast, winner. If masterpiece is dictated by the use of paint, winner. If masterpiece is predicated on the use of quality design, craftsmanship, as good as this is, and this is a 10, this is an MP10, this is the winner. So if you're wondering if third party is ready to take and throw their hat into the masterpiece game, again, Leonidas answers that question. That's all. That's it for my big mouth. I'll see you guys next time. And here he is next to a Thundercat.